Greetings and welcome to AmericaTV.me, powered by you. Thank you. Today we're going to deal with a very important question. Why the high unemployment rate for some in Minnesota? As you know, the black unemployment rate is almost double the white unemployment rate. And here today, we have two guests who will share some insights into this. Emma Corrie, President and CEO of Twin Cities Rise, and Kemet Imhotep with StreetIntel. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honored to be here.
So, how about uh, sharing some a background about yourself, Kemet?
Yes, it's an honor to be here with both of you. Um, I was born and raised in St. Paul, Minnesota. Um, I'm was heavy into the music game, drill team, music, percussion, working with young people at Inner City Youth League when I first started my nonprofit under Elder Kwame McDonald, rest his soul. Graduated from Central High School uh, in class of 90 through the ALC, Era Learning Center, under Elder Mary K. Boyd. And then I went to the Almanac. I was chasing Miss Kim down for years and started writing. And then I became an underground journalist. So and now I'm here with the StreetIntel.
Thank you. Emma?
Fantastic. Thank you for having me, Bruce. Great to be here with Kemet. Emma Corrie, President and CEO of Twin Cities Rise, an organization, small and mighty organization that serves those most disconnected and underserved in terms of being able to connect them to meaningful employment. So very important topic and happy to be here.
So both of you are have a lot of insight into this topic, and so I'd let you share your insights with the viewers. So go ahead, Emma, and start this conversation.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Kemet, it is really a pleasure to be here with you. You know, I've read some of your writing, and there is a raw sincerity to your writing when we look at underground news, as you call it, and something rings true. So tell me about street intelligence. What do you mean when you say street intel or street intelligence?
Yeah, thank you. That's an honor. I'm just excited. I really kind of don't know what to really woo whoop at the moment because I gotta try to be woo whoop. But the professor helped me with to come up with the name of StreetIntel, what I kind of like do. And what it is, I kind of have a thing that I say it's the place where the sun doesn't shine, where the shadow starts to hit. You can see the sun on the top, but when you start going down here, the sun don't hit down there. That's where StreetIntel goes to. When Professor calls me with a different assignment, something that you guys might be working on, I go right to the corridor where the people are at. I go at their jobs. I go in the club. I go in the bar. I go wherever they're at. If there's an organizational meeting, and I'll hit them right on the spot where it's raw and passionate. And then I just whoop it, and I just give the information up. So I think it's a raw cut piece of information where people usually wouldn't answer the question.
That's so powerful. That's so powerful because, again, organizations like mine are wanting to connect with those that truly need our services, right? And to be able to hear the perspective that you bring by your interviews is really worth its weight in gold, because then can we truly serve, because we know what our participants are dealing with and facing on a day-to-day basis. So question for you, Kemet, based on the people that you interviewed and spoke with, we hear that there are all these jobs, right? We hear that there's full unemployment and there's more jobs than there are people. Yet, in our conversations, we go back many years now. You've been part of our family as a family friend, but the people you're talking to have a very different reality. Tell me, why the unemployment in our Black community, while there are all these jobs out there? What do you think it is?
What a heavy and wonderful question. And I don't really believe that one opinion or one idea is the issue. After doing this research for the last week and a half, it's so many different issues, Miss Emma. It's unbelievable. You don't even know where do I start. And we don't have the resources, the information, and some of the proper training how to get there. We still would deal with a lot of things that people don't want to really talk about. They don't want to talk about them, and until they do that, the gaps keep going. Because in that report, since 1972, it has been kind of like this, and that's deep to me. So I was only 1 year old, so that's a long time, right? So where do we go with that? So it's really challenging. And everybody that I interviewed was just really like kind of on the same theme. Like you just expressed, why is it like that? I'm speechless after what I researched.
Yeah.
You with me? I know it, but you can't talk about it. That's what's deep. Can't talk about it, Miss Emma, because if I do, but it's that deep.
I'm here let's get to this. How do organizations like Twin Cities Rise connect with those you spoke to? How do we connect and get the trust of them that our organization wants to walk that journey with them and feel that pain with them, and perhaps see how they can help connect to resources that might help with the pain that might be there, or that is keeping folks from being able to move into a job that will pay for pay a family sustaining wage and will provide the dignity that you and I ask for when we walk into an employer, right? So how do we reach those that need our services, and how do we gain that trust?
Wow, Miss Emma, them is powerful questions. I'm like, whoa. Okay. So Twin Cities Rise is a deep organization that is needed. And I had some similar organizations that I participated in. And the things that Twin Cities Rise is doing right now that I research is beautiful. Helping us with our mentals first. Mentors first. And we don't have to get deep, but the programs that helped me, they dealt with they helped me without helping me knowing, but they helped me look at some of the things in me and how I was handling things emotionally. They assisted me with bus tokens, food, support. Like you said, I could just come to that place and sit there, which we can at Twin Cities Rise, get some coffee, take a load off, relax, take a deep breath. I could go to that place and do that. So those are ways that Twin Cities Rise would be able to help those that I interviewed, to help them. They could deal with some of the counselors that you have to work with them one-on-one and see what they really want to do. What do you do good? What don't you do good? Okay, let's focus on this. Then you guys have the resources with the employers, like we talked about in that meeting, that would love to work with Twin Cities Rise, that would help us, right? And then that would make me start to feel better. And the wages would increase, and I'll be doing something I love to do, and I feel like I'm contributing and I'm moving up. It does the whole 360. You with me? Start on a couple issues, but it does the 360. So,
what is your advice to employers? There were some really interesting nuggets in that the interviews that you did. What are you and others that you talk to? What do you need from employers?
To have an understanding, especially in the times that we are in at this moment. It's so tense. Truth and honestly, we don't want to talk about it, but the racial discrimination and the heavy weight that I feel, that they all feel. The people that I've interviewed, all of them, we all kind of gave a glimpse of that. The one interview when he said he's working below his potential, he said they work in the basement of this building. And the only time a white person come down there, they think he's the supervisor because it's probably, you know, like blacks, Latinos, Mexicans, Asians, or something like that. I mean, it's still going on, and we face that. So if you don't say the right thing or do the right thing, you out of there. So if the jobs and the employers could just be more understanding of the different culture, ethnic backgrounds, have a little flexibility, you know, we can do the job. That's why we're here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? If they could just have a little more flexibility, understanding, and allow us to grow with the company, I think that would be cool. Kind of take down some of them regular barriers. There's so many things.
That's what I'm hearing from you, Kemet, is pride, dignity, and understanding, flexibility, feeling seen, feeling heard in your place of work means more than or as much as compensation is what I think.
I mean, Miss Emma, I would like to kind of apologize because I really honestly can't give an answer because I'm so emotional. Honestly, what I was blessed to come up and see these numbers and to see how this happens. I'm like just still like overwhelmed, Miss Emma. I don't even know. Like I was telling Professor that it was a blessing. This helped me, but it also allowed me to see some things that I never would have seen before. You with me? And I don't know how to express it at the moment. I'm probably going to need to get 2 weeks, and then maybe we can have another discussion in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
I'll be a lot better. But right now, I'm like so emotional. Good, sad, hurt off of this, what we're talking about, because it's deep. I mean, and it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, I'm thankful for your Twin Cities Rise. Your organization is the most important organization right now that will be able to reach those that I interviewed, all of them. Twin Cities Rise right now.
Yeah.
So thanks,
Kemet.
Thank you, Kemet, and thank you, Emma, for providing some insight on why the high unemployment rate for some. We appreciate your street intel, and the conversations we had to show that there is a very complex picture, but a very important picture that needs to be addressed today as we think about solutions and how everyone can achieve this financial independence at a very stable jobs and higher incomes, and those insights that cover many spectrums of work. So we will continue this conversation as you mentioned, because there are a lot more to talk about. But thank you both for spending this time with AmericaTV.me, powered by you.
And in closing, Kemet, I hope we can partner this summer to find solutions that genuinely reach those that you interviewed. So let's plan to work together this summer.
Yes. Please. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.